Welcome back to fourth quarter action here on DouglasCountyDigest.com. Chris Patton and Luke Johnson coming to you from Arthur High School, where the home team, the Arthur Levington Knights, lead 47-31 over the visiting Tuscola Warriors. Arthur Levington 8 minutes away from improving to 3-3 on the year. The Warriors going to need to do something here quick. They are 8 minutes away from dropping to 1-3 on this campaign.
They need to move on offense, make cuts, backdoor cuts, screen the two opposite sides of the defense for open jumper, find Shabru in the high post maybe for a jumper, at least get him a touch. The standing and dribbling is not breaking down the 2-3 zone. They can't get a basket quick enough when they just stand and dribble.
Shabru has it in the corner and doesn't look very comfortable that far away from the post. They try to get it into him, and they do, and they're going to get a foul drawn on Arthur Levington. Thought it was going to get knocked away by Arthur's defense. Shabru was able to corral it, though. And that's the third foul of the second half on Arthur Levington. It's going to go against Nick Martina. That's also his third personal. Arthur had some foul trouble in the first half. They've been able to kind of avoid any issues with that. And he's moving along the baseline there. Christian Wood moving his feet. You can only move on the baseline after a made basket, and that was not the case there.
Good touch there by Shabru when he went to screen. Saw the screen wasn't going to be there, so he rolled to the basket. Good pass in there, drawing the foul. But he got a touch right away and an easy, quick look to the basket.
And we've got similar call right there. Arthur Levington trying to get the ball in, and foot touched the baseline. Anthony Hedinger in there trying to inbounds it. And he was having some of the similar problems that Tuscola had. And instead of moving side to side like the Warrior player had, he stepped on the line. So Tuscola gets it right back where they had it with no time off the clock. So no harm, no foul, I guess. Long two-pointer up and no good. Bounced around by the Warriors, though, and they are able to corral the offensive board. And Nick Bates has it. He thinks about going, kicks it back out top to Dustin Hake. Feeds it into Shabru. There you see it, turn around, shot up and good. Nice job here by the Warriors getting it into Shabru here in the fourth quarter. 47-33, Arthur Levington has a 14-point lead over the Warriors.
Even when he touches it that far away from the basket, Arthur looks like they're going to try and double. And there he got a nice hook shot on the baseline to fall. But when they double, he'll be able to pass it off to an open teammate when they double.
Now we've seen Arthur Levington just stretch out the clock here a little bit, and that looks to be what they're going to do here. Wait for that best possible look. That is something that we mentioned Tuscola really can't do, but that's something, it's a luxury Arthur Levington has with a 14-point lead.
And I think that may be killing Arthur's morale a little bit here. They're being so stagnant with the ball, and as I say that, there's a nice back door.
Nice job to find Tyler Schuring, who's then able to find Andrew Maxwell. He's got 10 tonight, 49-33. It's back to a 16-point Arthur Levington lead.
It's amazing how many times we eat our words while we're watching this game.
Yep, that's been an issue for us this year. we say things and don't think they're going to happen, and then right as we do, the opposite happens. Shabru forces up a shot there. They got him the ball in the post yet again. Except his shot goes over, doesn't touch anything, any part of the backboard or the iron, and Arthur Levington brings it down. 6 minutes remaining in the game. They feed Maxwell again. Instead of going up, he looks to make one more pass. No good, though, by Caleb Schrott, but it's going to go out of bounds off the Warriors. And it does kind of look like even when they've had it inside the last couple times, they've looked for one more pass just to kind of keep it moving and to take away just a little bit more time. I think Maxwell could have probably put that one in, but tried to dish it off to a teammate.
I think Arthur's just looking to execute and maybe kind of run a little practice theme here to end the game.
Curtis Plank has it for the Knights. He gives it to Siegmiller. In there with 4 fouls. Andrew Maxwell has it now, 12. Curtis Plank takes it. He passes across the lane. Maxwell's going to get called for a travel.
And I think this entire game so far, Arthur, since the first quarter, the second quarter on, Arthur has been the more fundamentally sound. They've executed their offense, they've executed their defense, and they're the ones that are winning this basketball game.
And here comes the trap. There's pass ahead to Nick Bates. He gives it now to Shabru on the baseline, where he's guarded by 2 people. Back to Bates. Jumper up and good. 2 points for Nick Bates. He's got 5 tonight.
There's the double team on Shabru I was talking about, and he passes it out for the open jumper.
I'm guessing Shabru will see plenty, as word gets out, Shabru will see plenty of double teams this year, and stuff like that's going to have to happen for the Warriors. They're going to have to capitalize, knock down some jumpers when he is tightly guarded and can't get a shot off in the post. Arthur content to pass around back out top, but right into Maxwell. He does a nice move to put up a shot, no good. He gets his rebound, tries a little tougher shot, no good. Shabru gets the rebound. Eric Chris is going to bring it down for the Warriors. Defense kind of laid back, waiting to see what he did. He misses the shot, and we're going to get a foul on the rebound. The foul is going to be called against number 12, Curtis Blank, for Arthur. That's his first foul of the game. 4 team fouls against Arthur Levington here in the second half.
And Tuscola needs to look to execute, get quick, easy looks. A good inbounds play, open jumper, got it.
Just like that, 2 points for Christian Wood. He's got 7 on the night. Nice inbounds play. Where was that earlier when they had the issue? When they couldn't inbound it, when the man had to run along the baseline, but it wasn't after a made basket. 49-37, good job by the Warriors here to cut it down to 12. We'll see if Arthur wants to go at the basket a little more than they have been. And as we say that, they try and get it into Curtis Plank, and it's knocked away, but Arthur retains possession. Logan West feeds it inside to Caleb Schrock. He's going to drive, kicks it back out top, though, to Curtis Plank. Just over 4 minutes remaining in this contest. Arthur feeds the post. Nice job there, step in front by Christian Wood to take it away. And then just as we say that, though, it's thrown away almost. Maxwell tried to recover it. He just kind of tipped it forward, but it went back into Warrior possession. Christian Wood has it. He's dribbling out, going to his right, steps back left, passes out top. Warriors going to set it up again. 3:45 remaining in the game. Warriors are down by 12. Ball is now in the hands of Christian Wood. He tries to step into the lane, shakes off some people, puts up a shot. No good, though. Arthur Levington rebounds. And then they turn it over just like that. It looked like Dan Yoakum was trying to draw some contact, it kind of went up and under with the rebound, with the layup. It went no good. Arthur got it, and then a little frustration foul on the Warriors.
He probably needed a little jump stop there, take his time. I know he's trying to draw contact and get the foul, but right now you need baskets. You need points to cut into this lead and try and make a run here in the last 3 minutes.
The Warrior foul goes against number 15, Eric Christ. That is his first foul of the game. Tuscola's 3rd foul here in the second half. Arthur Levington head coach Dale Schuring calls a timeout with 3:26 remaining in the ball game. It's a 49-37 Arthur Levington lead. The Warriors, nice job here cutting them down to a 12-point lead. It was a 16-point Arthur Levington lead to start this quarter.
Their defense has been a lot more active. When Arthur gets the ball into the corner, they've been sending the opposite defender over to double team when Arthur has their back, the guy with the ball has their back to the defense, and it's come up positive the last couple trips. Some easy layups. They had a great inbounds play, some execution to get an easy jumper that rattled in. I think they just need to keep going with that. Quick, easy baskets and execution. Execution is going to be the key here for the last 3 minutes for Tuscola.
And execution has been something Arthur's kind of prided themselves on tonight, and we'll see if Tuscola can pick up that. And 12 points when you're not really connecting from long range at all tonight. 12 points in 3.5 minutes, not the easiest task in the world, but if, like we said, they're running their stuff. They're trying to do some things, trying to build. It's not a conference game, so they have the ability to kind of build on some stuff as they're getting ready to go in to the holiday break here. The Warriors play after Christmas in a tournament. I think they've got one more game here before Christmas break. And so maybe they can kind of work on their offense here and develop some things to help them going forward. Arthur Levington has the ball. It's pickpocketed, taken away by Dan Yoakum. Tries once again to kind of lean in, gets his own rebound, and that time it goes down. 2 points for Dan Yoakum. It's now a 10-point Arthur Levington lead. Tuscola's defense paying dividends. Nick Bates tries to take it away there. He's going to get called for a reaching foul.
That's all right at this stage in the game. You want to be aggressive. You want to try and turn the ball over. A couple of fouls isn't going to hurt you, even if they go over the limit. After they go over the limit, the fouls will stop the clock. You'll have more time to get down, set up an offense, and get an easy basket. So here's the time Tuscola wants to take the risks. On the other hand, Arthur needs to execute better. Their execution has dwindled here in the fourth quarter, especially the last couple minutes.
They've really had some issues here, and there it is again. We get a reach in on a jump ball. Dan Yoakum providing some real issues. Avery Schrock trying to bring the ball up the floor for Arthur Levington, and they're having some problems against this Tuscola defense.
And Tuscola's just doing a one-man guarding the guy, bringing the ball up full court, and he's reading the crossover move from the point guard right now.
Dustin Hake will get a little bit of a trap there. Warriors leave a man along the baseline. They trap Maxwell out of half court. He gets it off. He gets the pass to Logan West. He puts it up and in and is fouled.
Good job by Arthur. Eyes up, seeing the floor. Found the guy open for the three-point play.
They were able to do that a little bit earlier, find some cutters and some guys kind of breaking away from the pack, and they'd kind of gotten away from that a little bit, but Andrew Maxwell, he's big and tall, can look over the defense and found Logan West, who laid it in. West misses the free throw. It's rebounded by Tuscola. 51-39 is Arthur Levington's lead. Here comes Eric Chris for the Warriors. Tried to drive the lane, then pass it off. Puts a layup up and good. That's 10 points tonight for Chris. Tuscola's going to call a timeout, and they've got it back down to a 10-point deficit.
And again, Tuscola's probably going to do a little bit more full man, maybe do a trap this time in full court, and fall back to that 1-3-1 trap. Force a turnover, quick, easy shots. Layups are preferred at this point because your three-point shot isn't falling right now.
Late in this game, though, it seems like the two teams have kind of traded places. Early on, Arthur was the aggressor, while for the most part, Tuscola sat back and just kind of waited for things to develop. Tuscola's defense is now taking over, and then even on offense, as you saw, after that missed free throw, Tuscola brought it right down, and Chris attacked.
Arthur is just, they're kind of stagnant right now. It's almost, they want to run out the clock and end the game, but Tuscola's pressure and their defense have given them the edge right now.
That's kind of an issue maybe you saw with some Illinois teams in the past. They'd get that lead and they try and hope that, try and stretch it out as much as they could and hope the game would be over. And that's what Arthur was able to do to get it to halftime when they had some foul trouble. But here in the fourth quarter, Tuscola taking advantage.
You got to wonder if Tuscola would have started playing this kind of pressure D earlier on, this game would be a lot closer. Maybe even a slight lead for Tuscola at the moment, easier to finish the game out.
Nick Bates guards Tuscola. We have it with Caleb Schrock now. He picks up his dribble, passes it off to number 12, Curtis Plank, who has it out top, guarded by Dan Yoakum. Looks like Matt Franks is calling for a foul here in the near future. Maxwell guarded by Hake. Curtis Plank has it, he feeds the post. West can't get it. He drops it, picks it back up. Ball knocked away by Christian Wood, but they're going to say a foul on Wood and going to put West at the free throw line.
It was a good recovery underneath by number 23 for Tuscola. He got his hands on the ball, but Logan West was able to recover the loose ball and go for try and make the layup.
2:15 left to go in the ball game. It's 10-point Arthur Levington lead. And West now extends that to an 11-point lead.
And a lot of fight here left in Tuscola. Still 2 minutes to go. Keep doing what you're doing. That's all you can do. Probably going to be a lot more fouls. The game's going to slow down immensely here in the last 2 minutes. And Arthur needs to execute. And I think their defense needs to get a little more active for Arthur just to close out this game.
Second free throw is no good. Chris tracks it down for the Warriors. 52-41. Speaking of that defense, stepping in front of a pass there is Curtis Plank. Warriors get it. Christian Wood takes it. He drives the lane, gets the clock stopped, and going to get 2 free throws.
And the coach for Arthur, Mr. Schuring, is not happy with the way Arthur's closing out this basketball game.
They almost had a steal there. Not able to complete that steal. Just kind of tapped it back. Tuscola picked it up. And Christian Wood drove the lane and was fouled. And he misses his first free throw.
Those are killer. These are the time to make those right now in the freebies.
You wonder, though, you see that sometimes when a guy, kind of gets a little knocked around when he's going to the free throw line. A little contact there and then steps up and misses that first one. You wonder if he takes him a minute to kind of shake that off.
Yeah, it can, but being a senior or a junior, you need to be able to, you've been through this before, through the last 3 or 4 years. You're prepared mentally for this to come up every time.
Yeah, you needed that one if you're the Warriors. 10-point, he gets the second one though. 10-point Arthur Levington lead. Tuscola's doing some substituting here and putting in some big pressure here on Arthur Levington.
I'm sure a lot of those are nerves too at the free throw line. This late in the game, it's a closer game. You need the free throw. A little nervous.
And I'm sure legs probably play into that too. Woods played a lot tonight, done a nice job. And Tuscola's defense forces another Arthur Levington turnover. The Knights just cannot close this one out. Looks like Coach Matt Franks is going to go offense-defense for the Warriors. Haight comes back in, Christian Wood comes back in.
Again, the defense for Tuscola has stepped up amazingly here in the fourth quarter to try and close the gap and make this a game.
Like we've said, we would like to see the Warriors play with this urgency earlier on. They wouldn't, probably wouldn't be in this 10-point hole. Bates has it. He was guarded out top by Maxwell. Hake has it. He's wanting to drive. He drives, puts a shot up. It goes down. Arthur Levington folks thought there could have been a charge there. Dustin Hake gets a 2-point basket. It's a single-digit lead, and they find the breakaway. Maxwell puts it up and in. He's fouled and going to go to the free throw line. Andrew Maxwell puts it in for 2. He's got 12 tonight, and Arthur Levington gets it right back up to double digits. Once again, that man on the break there. This time it was Andrew Maxwell. He puts it up. Foul goes against Tuscola's 15. Eric Christ, his second, team 7th.
That's what's saving Arthur here at the end of the game. They're seeing the floor very well. Realizing Tuscola is going to be in full court pressure. Seeing the guy cutting on the other end of the floor, and a turnover there for Tuscola.
Confusion there for the Warriors. Dan Yoakum throws it ahead. Nick Bates didn't know if it was going to him. He kind of backed off thinking it was going to Dustin Hake. 11-point Arthur Levington lead, a minute 26 left to go. See if Tuscola has anything left in the tank here on defense. Setting up the pressure. Arthur Levington setting up their offense to break it. Screen set. They're trying to run Maxwell down the court again. He's guarded tightly by Josh Knight. Arthur has it now with Logan West. We'll see if Tuscola tries to foul. Shabru came out on West. Now it is with Caleb Schrock. He's guarded by Bates. Warriors not fouling yet, but really intense defense here. Dan Yoakum has it. He defends number 12, Curtis Plank, who's running away. Tyler Schuring has it. Arthur looks content to pass around and force Tuscola to foul them. Warriors not yet doing that.
I think Tuscola is just going to play hard defense till the end, not looking to foul and prolong it.
Yoakum all up on his man with the ball. Arthur's passing it around now, continuing that. Plank has it. Yoakum goes for a strip, knocks it away, but called for a foul. Foul is on Yoakum, and that is his third. It's Tuscola's 8th here in the second half. Arthur Levington going to take a trip to the free throw line.
And again, I think Tuscola is just looking to play hard defense. If they get a turnover, great, but they were playing hard defense to end out the game. Not really looking to foul and make it stretch any longer than it needs to be.
Yeah. And shot missed, though, by number 12, Curtis Plank. Tuscola has it with a trailing by 11. Three-pointer put up, no good. Airballed, rebounded by Arthur Levington. Tuscola gets a trap ball, gets loose for a minute, knocked away. Tuscola gets it back. Maxwell takes it away. Just as soon as Nick Bates had it, he kind of lost it in the scrum there. Andrew Maxwell came away, foul against the Warriors, and Andrew Maxwell is going to go to the free throw line. Earlier tonight, Tuscola won the junior varsity game 43-30, and it looks like in 24 seconds, Arthur Levington is going to take the varsity contest.
A good tough game for both teams. Had major runs both ways. I would imagine both these teams found out a lot about each other tonight. Tuscola probably needs to slow down and take a page out of Arthur's book and execute their offense. Use their defense to create some offense. Arthur using they stopped the Tuscola run and finishing out a game. They need to learn that they need to finish out ball games. A lot of their games have been really close, and they haven't been able to finish them. They've been a few points, and the ending just doesn't go their way.
Bates missed a three-pointer for the Warriors. That's going to be all our action tonight because Arthur is content just to hold it out top. Tuscola is going to let him. So your final score tonight, Arthur Levington 57, the Tuscola Warriors 44. And Luke, we said kind of that middle part of the game got away from Tuscola there. They were down by 5 after 1, and then Arthur Levington brought on a barrage of three-pointers in the second quarter. Halftime, Arthur Levington led 35-21. 14-point lead there. They stretched it to a 16-point lead after the third quarter. Nice job by Tuscola here, though, coming on strong in the fourth quarter. At one point, got it down to a single-digit deficit for the first time in a long time, but fall by 13, 57-44.
Well, you see in the second and third quarter, Arthur executed both those quarters, and that was the majority of where they gained their lead. The three-pointers, the execution on offense, moving the ball from one side to the other, really hurt Tuscola in those two quarters. They just need to put 4 quarters together, and when they were ranked earlier in the season, that's why they were ranked. If they can put those 4 quarters together, they can get back up into that ranking. And Tuscola made a good fight. I would imagine they realize now that they need to execute a lot better on offense and try and get some more points up on the board.
And then, if they watch the videotape from tonight, Matt Franks can tell the team, hey, give me what you gave me in the fourth quarter all night long, and we'll be in good shape against some of our upcoming in the Okaw Valley play.
Oh yeah.
And Arthur Levington improves to 3-3 on the season. They were led in scoring tonight by Curtis Plank with 16, Andrew Maxwell with 15, Tyler Schuring with 10, Logan West had 8, and Avery Schrock, Evan Siegmiller had 4, Avery Schrock and Nick Martina each had 2 for Arthur Levington. For the Warriors tonight, Jerome Chabrou led the way for them in scoring yet again, 11 points. Not quite the output he's had recently, but nice job in the second half of kind of getting back to where they needed him to be. Eric Chris came off the bench with a nice 10 points. Christian Wood had 8. Dustin Hake with 6. Nick Bates with 5. Dan Yoakum and Zach Bates each had 2. So that's going to wrap it up for us. Arthur Levington defeats Tuscola 57-44. Thank you for watching high school basketball on DouglasCountyDigest.com.